Hello, welcome to Namastir. I am your host, Blair Lewis, representing my boy Tennessee Jet, greatest up-and-coming musician of the 21st century. There's no doubt. We'll see him at ACL next year. So, 3 questions I always get asked. 1, Blair, now that I've had your baby, what next? 2, you said you weren't a vegan in your last episode. Could you cook some meat? Yes. 3, could you do it 2 ways? All right, so we got 3 questions. The first thing I'm going to do is not cheat. This is regular old Angus New York strip. There is nothing fancy about this. No cheating by getting the best meat possible. The 2 methods I'm going to do is my favorite, which is lurch up the heat in the big green egg. We're going to let these steaks come to room temperature. That is rule number 1, my friends. Let your steaks come to room temperature. Do not cook a refrigerated steak. Then allow the good stuff in the middle to really come through. The other thing is, you better have a rub worth having. So, I offer you this little bad boy. Little story. I was in Lubbock. I know, sucks, right? But I was there. And I took clients bowling because I'm a big spender. And they found out I was from Abilene. They asked me if I'd ever had a Joe Allen steak. I said, yeah, that's how the Lewis family celebrated. So they said, you want to know how to make a Joe Allen steak? Yeah. So it turns out, super easy. It's a third minced garlic, 1/3 kosher salt, and 1/3 coarse black pepper. You can mix a gallon of it, and you can mix a tablespoon of it, however you want, just equal parts of those 3. I keep some in the refrigerator, always ready for action, ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put some olive oil on these steaks, let them get to room temperature, and then one of the methods that I'm going to do is quite different. It's the sous vide. I'm going to be using an Anova precision cooker. That's because in America we don't use the word sous vide, I suppose. It's a French term, but it's cooking in water. I'm going to boil this steak, sort of. I'm going to season it. I'm going to suck it all up in a vacuum sealed bag. And then, and only then, my friends, am I going to put it in water that is 129 degrees. And I'm just going to let it cook. Because as long as it doesn't get over 129 degrees, it ain't going to get above medium rare. Takes all the guesswork out. So what you'll do is you'll take said steak out of the Anova precision cooker, and you'll throw it on the grill to finish it off, and you will have a perfect medium rare steak. There's no guesswork in that. The sous vide takes it all out. It's medium rare every time. You just put a nice sear on it. The other one's going to take a little bit of expertise, but I think it's going to come out better because with this salt, garlic, and coarse black pepper rub, what you're going to find is it's going to create a nice crust because I'm going to cook it over probably a 700 degree flame. So with that, I'm going to open up these steaks, get them breathing, get them up to room temperature, and then we're going to have at it. All right, so these steaks are coming up to room temperature, but as I unpacked them, again, they're just Angus. They're going to need a little bit of action. You see how they have a hard line of fat there? Well, you ain't gonna make that appetizing. At least I don't know how. So I'm gonna scour it, score it, do all those types of things to it. Well, so what I'm gonna do is take a sharp knife, and I'm going to be making a lot of incisions in it. Then I'm gonna come back, make some little pierce holes in it. What I'm trying to do is get the fat to be a little bit more yielding. For instance, if you're going to get shorty on the dance floor, you better play good music. Well, if you're going to be able to eat all of the steak, and you want some of this fat to leak in and become flavor, you're going to need to make it, how shall I say, acquiesce to your needs. So, just spending a little bit of time practicing my killing, practicing my scarring, and then it'll be time to work that magic. All right. Now, who remembers who measures out olive oil? Serial killers. Oh. I didn't know you'd be watching. Hey, man. How's your mom? Nice. Well, cool, man. Yeah, enjoy the steak. I'm just going to be cooking your steak. Not everyone else can wait. Why? What's going on? No? No, I think the mail's running regular. All right, I'll talk to you later. So, what do we do with repurposed? What do we do with whiskey bottles around here? Well, I think I already gave it away. We repurpose these bad boys. So let's get these steaks nice and oiled up. Almost like, I don't know, water polo team? Who gets oiled up? They probably wouldn't get oiled up. Oil and water don't mix. Who's oily? Wrestlers? Yeah, let's get oiled up like a wrestler. Get these nice and wet, just coated, ready for action. And then we are going to coat these bad boys in the old trifecta, the old trinity, the old trilogy, the old three spice. So, oftentimes people want to know, how much do I put on there? In the words of my friend David Ballou, if an ant were to walk across the piece of meat, it should be able to go from pepper to pepper. So, we're going to get it on there pretty good. So one hand is a rub, and you don't want to miss out on that side. If you got a thick steak, and I don't know why you'd buy a thin one, just save up next paycheck to get a little thicker one. Then you're going to want to get the sides of it as well. So we're going to rub this all down, and I'll show you what I consider a seasoned steak. Because remember I said, if we get this stuff up to about 700 degrees, it's going to create a nice crust. Well, you need it to have a nice crust for it to create a nice crust. So, that's how you do a steak. Welcome back. I've dropped one of those steaks into a vacuum sealed bag. Now I'm going to vacuum seal that bad boy, get it all shrink wrapped up in there, and then we're going to go check on the temperature of the water, put it in that sous vide. Again, what we're trying to do here is play with perfection. We're going to let this steak be at the ideal temperature for a long time. Like I'm talking about an hour or so. And it's just going to sit there at medium rare and just keep on cooking, keep on cooking. I think more flavor guy just showed up. Hope I've got enough. Oh no! It's more flavor guy. I don't know if I put enough flavor on my steaks. All right, we're sealing this bad boy up. I got the sous vide heating up. Let's go take a look. As I'm looking at it, looks like it's about 128 degrees, 1 degree away. I'm going to drop that bad boy in. All right, so before I put this bad boy in the sous vide, which by the way looks like this for you guys at home, you can spread it out. So this thing says 129 degrees. Medium rare is about 130, so you're going to give yourself a little room to raise it up as you throw it on the grill. But we're going to put this in 129 degrees for a minimum of an hour. Really just depends. I happen to be doing this at 6 o'clock at night. Probably don't want to eat at 9. So I'm going to guess that I'm going to probably put it in for an hour. My only worry is, did I season this enough? Andrew?
It needs more flavor!
More flavor!
Wait, where's the flavor? There's no more. You didn't add flavor.
Well, we're going to add more flavor to the ones that you care about. You don't like the sous vide.
No.
So Andrew is against the sous vide by principle, not a fan.
Yeah, I don't think that you get the smoke and the char that you get with just doing it straight on the grill. So I prefer it this way, rather than the big green egg. What do you say, like 700, 750?
Yep. And with the smoke flavor, we're going to have to keep this on. Typically, if we get this to room temperature, what do? About 3 minutes on each side.
Yep.
And then let it rest for about 10 minutes.
Yep.
So that's
Sounds
it.
good.
So we'll see you at room temperature. I'm going to get the big green egg fired up, more flavor guy, and we'll go. So it's been an hour. All right. So I'm opening up the sous vide, reaching in, and taking out the gray matter. Not attractive, but inside of there is a medium rare steak. I've got the big green egg all fired up. I'm going to put the 2 room temperature steaks on, and then as they're probably like about to finish, I'm probably going to finish this off about a minute or 2 on each side. Not even going to let the center cook. And the others I'm going to probably put on there for about 3.5 minutes per side. All right, guys, as you can see, the big green egg has a roaring flame. Not quite as hot as I might have liked. It was 450 when I came out, so I've opened this up, and we're just going to get it roaring. All right, going to throw these bad boys on. This is the sous vide one. I'm not touching that just yet. We're going to go 3.5 minutes on this side. You can see it's at room temperature. Now it's kind of a maroon colored. So if an ant were to walk across there, it could go from kernel of pepper or garlic to kernel of pepper or garlic. Stick those bad boys in the middle. We're going to go 3.5 minutes. We'll come back to you when we flip them around. Widen the grid. All right, so we're at 3 minutes. We're approaching that 3:30 mark. I was talking to more flavor guy, and we both decided this fat cap, we're going to turn up and let it sear right on that for about a minute. Then we'll flip it over. Let me know where we're at, my friend.
We're at 3:30.
All right. Stand this up. There she blows.
She's a roaring.
That's why you get these gloves. All right, now we're gonna let these bad boys over. So there's the seared side. So now I'm gonna add the sous vide. Because we don't have to worry about cooking it. It's already medium rare.
That's the good stuff right there.
For about 1.5 minutes, I'm gonna flip over the sous vide one. Got a nice char on there. These bad boys are almost done. We're going to take them off and let them rest here in a minute. Okay, I ended up closing this bad boy because the flames were getting so hard I didn't want to eat charcoal. So this thing's liable to come out and burn me, which would be good TV. So you definitely need to burp it. Woo! All right, we're going to get these bad boys resting. Ooh, a little charcoal-y. Sous vide wins the pretty contest. We'll see how it looks when it's all rested. All right, so the big reveal. The prettier of the 3 is the sous vide. Easiest thing to cut open. Give you guys a look at what the sous vide offers. You'll see kind of medium rare all the way through. Now, did I time it right on these bad boys? We will find out. Looks like a perfect medium rare. And then the third one, medium probably. So, I don't know which one wins. They'll probably all taste the same. They've got the same marinara. But, well, let's give it a try. No, there's no marinara. I just did that to throw people off. Andrew, my cameraman, sample with. Oh, almost. Ugh. I make a good steak.
Love you guys. We'll see you later.